What up, y'all? So, I'm here testing again this whole live stream. I'm doing it from my phone this time. So, anyways, I want to address again the TLC episode Female Bodybuilder Looking for Love. So, let's just reiterate this because I think I made a video already kind of clarifying this. But reality TV is not real. So a lot of it was scripted. I got paid to be on the show. And I think what people don't know because they only see that part of the episode or the show, the name of the series of the season of the show was called Strange Love. So I was just one piece of one episode of the whole entire series. Um, what do you call it? Episode, right? Is that how it goes? Um, of the season. Anyways, so my story was just meant to be in a way to shed some light of what it's like being a female bodybuilder, trying to date, and I guess look for love. What it's like for a female bodybuilder because we're not like your mainstream, normal looking females of what society deems what females should look like. Female bodybuilders are not that. You know, we're generally not accepted by, you know, people, society, whatever we've been labeled as what females are supposed to look like, and females are not supposed to have muscle and yada yada yada. All right, so definitely yes, we stand out. We're not normal. We don't look the same as other females. And the muscles there, yes, that's not normal female look. I get it. And of course we fall into a certain category of that, men find attractive, and there's only going to be a certain percentage of men that do like that look. But generally speaking, most men aren't attracted to females with muscles. Um, so, for whatever reason, everybody has their preferences, and that should be respected. And so, like I said, what the show was about strange love, in a sense that to each his own. Everybody still likes what they like and they love what they love. So, some of the other episodes, um, for that season, there was another story where it was a man and his wife. They were married, and she had like, I think like 50 feet long braids. Then that's strange love, I guess. Like, so how many men are gonna be in love with a woman that has braids as long as a football stadium? so So that's to each his own, right? There was another story, a woman that had, you know, a hormonal dysfunction in her body, and so she had a beard, and she was married. Her husband loved her. She had a beard, just little beard, and they both had like matching beards. It was really cute, but to each his own. How many men are going to be attracted to a woman that has a beard, like normally, I guess. So again, it's called Strange Love. And then I think my episode was shared with another story with a woman that had, I think, like long nails. I think that was mine. I'm not sure. I forget now. I haven't seen it in a long time. It was one of the stories. It was either the lady with the braids or the lady with the long nails. My episode was coupled with her story, another story. But anyways, there was another one with long nails, and she was just like, how many men are attracted to women that have like super long nails? Like, I as a female don't find that attractive, and I don't know how many men would find that attractive. I but that's everybody's preference. We have to respect what other people like, what makes people happy, and things like that. So, um, what was there was another one. There was another one. It was a lady, and she was a small person, smaller than me. And I guess technically they're considered small people. I don't know. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, if I say it all wrong, but I think they related her as a small person. So, not every man's going to be attracted to a small person. So, and maybe vice versa, a woman to a man, and or to a tall person. Everybody's preference are different. To each his own. Respect what people like, respect what people look like, respect people's choices, respect how they, feel good about themselves, you know? And that's what I feel like people don't seem to get. But anyways, back to the original notion is that no, I was not looking for love. So, no, I was not looking for love. I was paid to be on the show. I was there to tell that side of the story. Strange love, there are men out there attracted to female bodybuilders. Of course, the guys that I dated that were in the show, the episode, they were not typecasted, they were casted as my dates. So I never saw them again. I don't even know who they are. And so the dates were scripted. I even asked the producers, I'm like, where'd you find these guys? Because it was like nowhere near what I described as to what I find attractive or what I like or anything. So they got these guys from some agency or something. I don't know. So they were not real dates. Um, so the thing is, and that was filmed December 2014, right before, actually, I was right in the brink of my flare up from Crohn's disease starting. So it was just starting around that time. At the time we were filming, because during the times of filming, they were checking in on me, making sure I was okay or I could make it through, a shoot, because we filmed for 3 days. 3 days. So the first day was the first setup date, um, which was taking place at my gym. And actually, the only real part of the episode was my mother. That was my mom. She's my mom. She wasn't hired for the show, so that's my mom. My mom don't usually come to my house, but in the episode, she came to my house like as if she was visiting like any other time, which she doesn't come to my house. I go to hers, and and then there are some real few candid moments in there when I start talking about bodybuilding and bodybuilding fetishes and the type of things that, like, emails that I get from bodybuilding fans or bodybuilding admirers. Um, so she's never heard that stuff before, some of the stuff I shared with her. So the expressions on her face, that was real. I'm gonna say that's the only like true authentic part of the whole entire show. Um, Eddie, who is my trainer in the episode, he's younger than me. He's my little brother, so we didn't know each other when I got divorced and separated and all those things, so he doesn't know that either. So, but in the episode, he says he's seen me go through divorce and heartbreak and all these things. He wasn't really around during all those times. So, what else? But he is family to me, and he's like my brother. He's my little brother. So, and he's not my trainer. He's like family. And then what else? And then so yeah, so we filmed here at my house. My mom come over, and then we did the first date because she was supposedly hooking me up with a date, a blind date, which was my first date that took place at the gym. And so that was not real because of course my mom didn't know this guy. Um, so there's that part. And then And then there's the training session with me and Eddie, right? And in that segment, Eddie's saying, "Hey, I got somebody for you. I'm gonna set you up on a date because I heard you went on this flop date, right?" So Eddie sets me up, and that guy, he don't know him either. And supposedly in the episode, he's portrayed as being Eddie's client and set me up on a date with him, which none of us know each other from Adam, other than me and Eddie know each other, but we didn't know this guy. The guy that I went on a date with, Eddie didn't know him either. So that was scripted. So just to shed some light, I'm sorry, I hope, I'm not trying to bash the show, or anything. I'm just trying to let you guys know that I wasn't looking for love. The show's scripted, got paid to be on the show to tell a story. Yeah, I guess female bodybuilders, they do have a difficult time trying to find somebody, but it's more deeper than that. It still boils down to compatibility. I don't know how other people operate. I don't know what other people look for. I don't know how deep the layers go for people where they consider compatible for them. Is a soulmate or partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. I don't know. For me, it goes way deeper than that. It's way deeper the fact that I'm not, I don't even look like that anymore. So I lost all my muscle after I filmed that show. I got sick and I relapsed majorly all of 2015. I was sick with my Crohn's disease. So I lost over 35 pounds of muscle mass right after we filmed that show. I weighed probably about 155 in that episode. That's the most I've ever weighed, and it took me 4 years to get to that weight. After losing it the first time in 2009 when I lost over 55 pounds of muscle mass. I went from 155, I think, down to 95 pounds back then in 2009 when I lost it all. So it took me from 2009, I went into remission in 2010. It took me till the end of 2014 to finally be at that weight, to only get sick again and lose it all again. I have yet to gain all that muscle back. So, um, but like I said, I don't even look like that anymore. But at the same time, I'm just saying that I don't understand. I don't know what people look for, but people have to still think that I'm looking still more deeper than just the fact that you might be somebody who relates to bodybuilding, or a female athlete that works out and her lifestyle is dedicated to being health and fit, healthy and fit. Is deeper than that, and then is deeper than just having an attraction. Attraction is important. Chemistry is important to me. Um, Mind, body, spirit, all those things are important to me. Your character, your integrity, your trustworthiness, your worthiness of a person, as to what I'm looking for in my standards. Your Do you believe in God? Because you have to believe in God, and you have to love God more than you love me. Um, that's just where I'm at now. I had a relationship. I was in a relationship. We've been broke up for, I don't know, a little over a year now. It was quite the learning experience, which made me dig deep into psychology. So I learned a lot of psychology, behavior disorders, types, empathetic types, like empaths like myself, and narcissistic personality disorder, and different personality traits, and all those things. I delve deep into psychology, and so now I'm on a whole other level of what I look for. And now I have a better approach, because not only just like, relationships expose your weaknesses or your strengths, or both, and sometimes people are a blessing and a lesson, or both. But um, they still help teach you, you know? And so, besides the fact that I had to learn all this stuff all over again, especially after 12 and a half years of marriage, I thought I was okay, and I guess apparently I find out that I wasn't okay. I wasn't still suited, properly prepared going into relationship, in a sense that as far as me setting boundaries, and this is where I learned myself as to set boundaries, stick to your worth, stick to your values, stick to what you believe in, and if that person don't align with you, then we need to start listening to ourselves and not lower ourselves to a situation just because we want to be with somebody, or make excuses, or maybe we stay because we feel like maybe they'll change or we can change them. We can't change anybody, only God can. And a person has to want to change. So I've taken lessons out of my relationships, and so my standards are even more higher. And I'm kind of reshifting my mindset and my perspective of how I look at men, and how they approach me. Um, I'm and since my mindset and my way of thinking now is so like up here. So if you come at me a certain way, you talk to me a certain way, um, the conversation goes into a certain direction and it doesn't align with what I believe, um, then I I'd rather stay by myself, and wait for the person that God has for me. And He's kind of given me a better discernment on how to decipher people who are not sent from Him, if that makes sense. All right. Um, so, again, no, I wasn't looking for love. I'm still not looking for love. I love being by myself. I'm so glad in this season of being by myself. I get to learn myself. I get to have my relationship with God first. And if anybody does not come my way that seems like they've been sent to me from Him, then I'm just not even going to bother. Like, we can be friends, but no relationship. I'm not going to entertain it. If you start talking about like your libido and sex and surface level, mentality, which is low mentality to me, when you just all about the outer shell and things like that. Like I said, attraction is important, but if you cannot talk deeper, then if you can't stimulate my brain, then I don't know. I just feel like there's nothing there. I'm really intrigued by knowledge and your spirit life. That's what intrigues me. That's what gets me. If you have a good energy about you, and and of course chemistry, all those things. But if you don't have those things, then I'm not wasting my time. Right now I'm too involved with myself, learning myself, and trying to start have my own businesses, build my own empire. And if somebody don't come to me that's meeting me on the same level or higher, um, then I can't entertain that. I don't sit and watch TV and all these things. I usually try and focus a lot on self-development. Um, so I'm about that. Anyways, so to all you bodybuilding fans of mine, I'm sorry. I'm not putting the muscle back on. I'm not getting back on stage. I'm retired. No, I was not looking for love. Still not. And if you cannot come at me with some substance, not like, hey, what's up? You sexy. You're pretty. I thank you for the compliments, but I'm more than that. So I don't know. I'm more than that. Like right now, I'm just past all that. Like that's not the approach. That's not how you approach me. Not me. Maybe it works for other females and young girls, that don't work for me. Um, Come at me with something like something different and something valid with substance. Ask me. I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm just gonna know be within my discernment that I'm honing in on, and that God's working on me with, to discern people a lot better. Um, and I'm learning how to listen to myself and my intuition. So I have pushed people away. I've like right away distanced myself, and I can tell just on how you communicate through text messages, the things you say. If you sound like you're from the hood, like I'm from the hood too, but I don't like when if I'm gonna court somebody, especially man, if I'm gonna court a female, I'm an older female. I'm 48 years old. I ain't got time for the little kid hood mentality. I came out the hood. I left the hood. I haven't been around the hood in 30 years. I don't think that way. I don't talk, unless it depends on if I have friends, I got homies, things like that. I goof around, I'm funny and stuff. But like if you're a man trying to be serious coming at me, don't come at me like that. Not gonna work. So, um, that's it. Hobbies. I don't even like training right now is not even a hobby to me. It's like I barely work out. I have not trained serious since 2017. I do maintenance work. I don't train upper body. I train lower body. I do stuff here in my room and some stuff at the gym, like squats and leg extensions and leg curls and stuff like that. Right now, I'm about the lifestyle. I'm a bodybuilder for life and all that, but training's not my hobby. Training became my lifestyle. Training also became my job at the time when I was competing. So it's not exactly it became a passion. Right now my thing is I love helping others and sharing my experience and my knowledge with others and helping others. For me, my motivation for training is not 100% right now, as far as it's not a priority to me. I'd rather watch a webinar or read a book over training right now. So those are the things that I do. I listen to webinars. I listen to a lot of mentors, spiritual mentors, financial advisors, learning about money, business, finance, spirit life, diseases, health, wellness, holistic healing, food, things like that. That's what I do. So basically, guess what? That's a lot of alone time all by myself. So I like being alone. I like doing what I want to do with no one around, being by myself. And if anything, I love being around like minded people if I could find them or if I can be around them. I'm about growing and learning. That's where I'm at. But training's not my hobby. It never was my hobby. I mean, maybe at some point, but for me, right away, it became a career for me. I started bodybuilding in 1992. Before I started bodybuilding, it was just, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym because I want to get toned and I want to get in shape. That's what it was when I first joined the gym. Then I met my ex-husband, now ex-husband. I met him in the gym. I learned how to train. Within 6 months, my body transformed, and a year later, I was on stage. So then after that, that's when I went into competing every year. I only competed maybe once or twice every year. And I focused on my training and work and being a wife. That was it. Like, so it became a mission. It became a goal to get my pro card. And then I got my pro card. And then my pro career has been very up and down because I disappeared from the scene for like 5 years. Didn't make my pro debut until 5 years later. I actually stopped training. I never stepped foot in the gym. After I got my pro card in 2001, 2002, and 2003, I did not step foot inside of a gym and I did not work out for 2 years. I left my ex husband in 2003 wait, 2002, 2003. In the beginning of 2004, I left my ex-husband. I had a friend that owned a gym. He said, hey, come over here. I was living with my mom, sharing a room with my sister, and I went there to his gym. I started training people, slowly started working out. 2005, I got back into training. 2006, I made my pro debut. 2007, I didn't compete. 2008, I did 2 shows. I had symptoms of Crohn's disease, and then they started getting worse. I had to cancel the third competition, and then I kind of got better. 2009, I started prepping again for the New York Pro, and the symptoms came back. And I ended up in the hospital and almost died from Crohn's disease, lost all my muscle, over 55 pounds. And that's where my life took a turn. So that's how my pro career was been. 2009, let's see, I battled all that year, and I kind of got better, relapsed again. 2010, I went into remission. It took me, 2010, started making a comeback, slowly working out. I became a Zumba instructor, and then 2011, somewhere in the middle, I always decided, well, I'm going to get back on stage. I was actually hell-bent to get back on stage. I came back in 2012. I did women's physique division, which was the first year that it was inducted to the IFBB, and I still looked like a bodybuilder. I was trying to stay small, and then I got frustrated because I wanted to train, and if I train, I get big. So that's why I don't train right now, because I'll get big, and I don't want to get big. So that's why I don't really work out. I do maintenance work, little work. And I just need to diet and get the fat off. That's what I need to do. And then 2013, back to bodybuilding. Got my best pro placing, which was third place at the Tampa Pro. 2014, I competed, did the Toronto and then the Omaha Pro, and then I started having symptoms. I had to cancel the Chicago Pro, and then after that, that's my last show, 2014, Omaha. I got fourth. And then end of 2014, I filmed the TLC episode, Female Bodybuilder Looking for Love, but then the relapse started happening all of 2015, lost all my muscle again, and I've not yet to gain it back. So, and I don't plan on it. That's why, like I said, I don't work out, really. I don't train. If I do anything upper body, it's just lightweight, high reps, just to get blood flow and just still to get the muscles stimulated, but I don't have a training regimen. I don't train 5-6 days a week, maybe once or twice a week. And when I do, I'm doing leg extensions, squats, lunges, in my room, like I said, butt blasters, straight leg kicks, jump squats, maybe a hit cardio. That's what I do. So I hope I shed some light on you guys. All right. So my video's been long enough. Let's see. It says 28:14. So hopefully this uploads and it's all good in the hood. So I hope I answered some questions for y'all. If you have anything you want to know, I have more videos. I have more stuff in my head that I want to make videos for. I just got to get off my butt and do it. All right. So thank you guys for chiming in, and peace out. As always, I'm figuring out how to end this video because I don't know. Let me figure it out. I'm always so bad. It says share. All right. So peace. Create a post. Create a post. I don't know. Am I still going? All right. Am I still here? Uh, my, where's my adorable pooch? Oh, my message is, she's here. Thank you, Lance. And, yes, the book. I mean, I just have to sit and write. But I do want to write a book. I've had the book thing in my head for a very, 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 very long time. It's just I have to actually just sit down and write. Um, I guess that's the challenge, right? Um, but yes, part of it, I have several books I do want to write. Part of it's going to be, you know, the girl that turned bodybuilder, the girl from Long Beach, the LBC, and went from, dancer to bodybuilder. Kind of tell that story in a sense. Also battling through the illness, and then also giving little tidbits of what it's like to be on stage and stuff like that, and all the little secrets. Um, so I, I would have several, I think, probably books or maybe one that would spin off into other ones. I'm not sure. I'm not a writer. I think I would have to like talk to somebody on how to do that. Excuse me. And how to approach that because I'm really not sure. That's not my territory. All I know is in my head, yes, Tonia needs to write a book. That's all I know. I do have stuff written down, like things that I went through when I was sick, um, notes and stuff like that. The more I tell my story, kind of helps me remember a little bit. I don't want to live in that place, but at the same time, when I tell my story, helps me like recall some certain stuff. Um, but I do have things that I have journaled and stuff like that. But I kind of lost my way in journaling as far as like I used to write things down all the time, and I kind of just been slipping on that end. But when I was sick, yeah, I wrote, I documented some stuff of what I went through. Um, but yeah, I don't know what I would call it. Um, I don't know. More strength through struggle because I have t-shirts, that say that more, Moore, strength through struggle, because I feel like everybody should be able to relate because we've all gone through struggles. No one is exempt from trials and tribulations and struggles. So I'm sure at some level everybody's going to relate. And, at some point, I've gone through marriage, divorce, adultery, not me, the other one, being cheated on, lied to, all those things like, you know, boyfriends in prison, hood, being car chased, and guns drawn. Like I have a lot of stuff. I've done wrestling. I was best friends with China. I knew the wrestlers from WWF when it was WWF. Um, so yeah. So I have there's a lot. I just don't know where to start. But anyways, so thank you. All right, so I'm gonna figure out how to end this because I really don't know how to end it. Okay, I think maybe this thingy right here. Let's see. What? Oh, I see you over there, Mr. Jamaica dude. I see you. Well, you know how to reach me because I'm about to figure out how to end this, and I'm hoping that it saves and it does upload. I'm not sure if this X is it. Oh, are you sure you want?